Good afternoon. Here we are in Oneida, Wisconsin on the Oneida Nation Reservation. Today is Thursday, September 11th, and I'm Bobbi Webster. I'm the Public Relations Director for the Oneida Nation. So today we have with us Secretary Lisa Liggins, who's going to give us an update on some of the things that's going on in her office, most importantly, the upcoming GTC on Sunday. And also we have with us a new member of our team. Maya Sharnan has joined the Oneida Communications team and the Government and Administrational offices, and she's our new social media specialist. And she'll be working with us, and she's going to help us with hosting, producing Oneida Live, and working on our social media, our website, things like that, keeping it up to date, giving you more to read and more information. So welcome, Maya. Thanks for being here today.
Yeah, I'm very excited to be.
Nice. Okay, so with that, Lisa, tell us what's happening in the Office of the Secretary.
All right, thank you, Bobbi. I've got a few things to cover today. The first is a special GTC meeting that's scheduled for this coming Sunday, the 14th at 10 a.m. That special GTC meeting has one topic on the agenda, and that is filling the OBC vacancy. As you may be aware, Vice Chairman Brandon Yellowbird Stevens resigned from that position last month. In the meeting packet, everybody who signed up for that should already have received that in the mail. There are 6 options laid out. 4 of those options provide some sort of option regarding an election. One of the options are to appoint somebody to fill the vacancy, and then the last option is to leave that position vacant through the end of the 2026 term. The 2026 term ends next year. The next election cycle for general election starts in the spring with the caucus, and then the general election would be held in July normally of 2026. There is a presentation that goes over some of the details in those options, each of them. It's posted on the members only website. We have a special page set aside just for these meeting materials for the 14th. There is a short recap. We didn't hold a GTC community prep meeting like we normally do. So there's 2 videos posted there. One, just going over the general rules of a GTC meeting if anybody's coming that isn't familiar with those rules and regulations regarding a meeting. And then the second video is about 10 minutes long. And again, it goes over each of the options available to General Tribal Council, lists out the pros, the cons, some of the risks, some other factors to consider. And then we really look forward to that discussion as well. In addition, later today, we do have a new posting that will be posted there. There's an FAQ that our communications team put together. And so that'll go over questions like, what is the role of General Tribal Council in this process? Do we have the policies and procedures in place? All those types of questions that you might have in advance of the meeting, that will be available as well. The link to that page directly will be in the description of this video. My next topic is to talk about blood donation. The need for blood is constant, and sometimes that need is critical. I have my blood donor app, and I'm constantly getting notifications asking me to send up my next appointment, so I took care of that this morning. Accident victims, cancer patients, premature babies, people with blood disorders, hospital patients, they all rely on all of us to participate and get those shelves at the Red Cross stocked. So the American Red Cross really needs you to participate. In addition, some newer information. I know I've had friends over the years that I've asked to donate, and they've been made ineligible for regulatory reasons. Blood donation is now more inclusive for the LGBTQI community. New inclusive screening process expands blood donor eligibility and eliminates questions based on sexual orientation. And that was through FDA guideline that updated in 2023. So that's exciting. So if you haven't been eligible for, check it out. Maybe you are eligible now. You can make an appointment today by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS or visit redcrossblood.gov, redcrossblood.org. That link is also in the description. Any one blood donation saves a number of lives, so anything that you can do is great. They are running a promotion right now through September 21st. If you're able to go in and donate, they have like a special t-shirt, Red Cross by Peanuts exclusive t-shirt. You get one of 4 designs. So if you're into peanuts, maybe that's something you'd like to look into. Along with that, being prepared, this month is also National Preparedness Month. The theme for this year's month is preparedness starts at home. So there are 3 simple tips. Making sure that you are signed up to get emergency alerts in your area, weather alerts, things like that. Having an evacuation route and plan for your home and practicing that route with your family. And then also having and updating a communication plan. If your kids are at college, if mom's here and you're there, how are you guys going to get in contact with each other if an emergency happens? It's really important. You can go to ready.gov/plan. That link is also in the description. That's an online tool. It'll ask you various questions about your family makeup, addresses, and it really allows you to put together that emergency family plan so that you're ready in case a disaster happens. September is another month for suicide prevention. Many of our families, including mine, have been impacted by suicides, and together we can break the silence, end stigma, and offer hope to those who need it. Please reach out. Help is here, and healing is possible. You are not alone. Behavioral health is available. You can reach out to them at 920-490-3790 or at their website. Their link will be in the description. Also, there is the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You can call, text, chat if it's mental health struggles, emotional distress, if you're having drug or alcohol issues, or just need someone to talk to. There's financial stress even. Call, and they have counselors there that can help you. Also, another resource, many employers, including the Oneida Nation, have employee assistance programs, or EAP. So please check with your employer's benefits coordinator and find out if those resources are available through your employer as well. And then lastly, short notice, we just received notification this week that a long-term project to replace all the parking lots at Norbert Hill Center is going to start this coming Monday. So we do have a map that will be showing the middle lot, the main lot in front of the main doors will be closed starting Monday. There will be guest parking, very limited in the blue section of the map. There's about 10 spots there, and then there'll be a temporary walking path across the grass to get guests to the front doors. Staff will be walking across. They'll be parking at the overflow park, like for the powwow. Those with accommodations do have some special parking for employees. Guest parking really is limited to that blue area, so please make sure you're planning ahead, knowing that there's going to be a little bit more walking, but there's quite a bit of walking to get into this building. But we just got notified there. That closure will be through the rest of September and anticipated through the full month of October. And then as the team moves through, there'll be other closures that'll be happening in the future. So I think that's the end of my updates today.
And remember, when those lots close and you're walking to and from, that daylight savings time will make, it's going to be dark a little earlier. And in the morning, it'll be still dark when you go to work and dark when you come home. So plan ahead and make sure that you have your flashlight with you and that you're ready to walk. It's not a long distance. It's just a little inconvenient when you're used to walk. If you think you go from the end of the parking lot, it's a long walk. This is a little
bit longer,
yeah,
yes,
so.
For sure.
And we did have Mary Kreischer here this week to talk about behavioral health and some of those things, the resources that are available. So that's a great reminder, Lisa. We appreciate that. And just so you know what those GTC packets look like, this is what comes out in the mail. And what I do is I go through it and I highlight the important things. If you look at things that I want to question, that I want to ask about or reference in that meeting, I highlight them. So it is a little bit of a thicker book for you to carry around, but it's very informational. It has all of the details of the meeting, what's on the agenda, as well as how the meeting will be conducted. So take a look at that. There's cost estimates and options available and all that. It's also on the website. If you go to members only, it's on the website as well. But if you forget to bring your book along, check it in on the website. Is there anything we forgot?
I don't think so.
All right, remember today's farmer's market, they've got the OPD station over there, their mobile stations out there, so the kids might enjoy seeing that. So take a walk over there, and we'll see you next week. Yawʌkó?